David has been involved in several battles lately, and I know he's thinking about his latest victory and his latest casualties. The empty space gives David time to ponder, to agonize, to plot his next maneuver. Since no one in real life has yet invented a way to unite the planet in peace, my students have to invent their own unique strategies. There are plenty of rules in the world peace game, plenty of protocol and structure, but there is no predetermined solution. This the children must create themselves. And to do that, they need an empty space, the pause in the conversation where they don't yet know what to say, the halt in their creative process where they don't yet know what to do. I notice Bria, who's crouching on the floor not far from David. Bria is one of the smartest, most confident kids I've ever taught. I chose her to be Prime Minister of Linderland because letting her intelligence shine seems to come naturally to her. And I thought she'd inspire some of the more timid girls. A big girl with mahogany skin and a quick laugh, Bria is usually a cheerful, energetic presence in my classroom. But at this moment, her concentration is so deep, I don't think she even realizes she's not alone. She's contemplating the ground and sea level of the game, the plexiglass layer covered with red and white and yellow and green, one color for each of the game's 4 nations, with stretches of clear glass ocean connecting them all. Little plastic figures are carefully arranged across this level, an entire world evoked by toy soldiers and oil tankers and the occasional religious shrine. As one of the game's 4 prime ministers, Bria is among the few people allowed to move the soldiers and ships and planes, but she can do so only during the official declaration portion of the game. One by one, the prime ministers announce their actions and move their game pieces, as do the chieftain of the Kajazian tribe and the leader of the tribal Nin. After each declaration, there's an interim period when seeming chaos breaks out, and the children engage in intricate negotiations, arms deals, territorial agreements, economic aid packages. It's as close as I can come to recreating real-life global politics at the 4th and 5th grade level. The World Peace Game plunges my students into complexity and then gives them the chance to find their own way back to the surface. I support them, of course, with rules and structure and instruction, but I'm also giving them the chance to master this alternate reality by exploring it on their own. To truly succeed at the game, my students must engage in all 3 components of education. First, there is knowledge, the realm of precise answers and correct solutions. How do you spell plethora? What's 8 times 9? These questions have only one right answer, as do more sophisticated questions. What is the United States' position on Taiwan? What are the national incomes of Rwanda, Sweden, Yemen, the United States? These are the knowledge pieces my students need to grasp in order to make the world work properly for them. Although the World Peace Game is played with imaginary countries, navigating it requires a great deal of real-life knowledge. How to calculate a national budget, how to craft a treaty with no loopholes, how to grasp the science behind oil spills and climate change. But we can't just teach our children what we already know. We must also train them how to discover what is not yet known. So education's second leg is creativity, the unexpected insights that come only as we try and fail and try again. These insights emerge from the empty space of possibility, out of which comes Archimedes' Eureka and James Watson's double helix, a sonnet or a sonata, Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of freedom, and Nelson Mandela's vision of justice. The empty space is the birthplace of possibilities that don't yet exist, but might. And finally, as we try, stumble, fall, and fly, comes the third leg of education, wisdom, the deeper, broader understanding that emerges from both our successes and our failures. Sometimes wisdom lies in taking action, rallying others to your point of view, mobilizing your resources for a vigorous effort. But sometimes wisdom lies in simply observing as you allow the possibilities to emerge. For that, too, you need an empty space, and so that is what I try to make for my students. Caden is standing just a few